Hi everyone, these are the notes for arc length and area of sectors, and don't forget we're still working on circles, okay? Um, so for instance, the formula for arc length is central angle over 360 degrees. That's a full rotation around a circle, okay? And this is a proportion, and that equals the arc length over the circumference of the circle. Okay, so don't forget circumference is given by this formula, 2 pi r. So let's look at this example here. We're given this central angle, and its measure, it's 150, and the radius is 7 miles, and we want to find the length of this arc here. Okay, so we just follow the formula, and instead of central angle, we're going to write down 150. So this is 150 over 360 is equal to the arc length. Let's call it x because we don't know the arc length. So this is x over 2 pi times the radius is 7. Okay, so now let's just bring this down. So this is 150. I'm not doing anything yet. I'm just simplifying what's on this side because I have 2 pi times 7, and I'm going to multiply 2 times 7. So x 2 times 7 is 14 pi. Okay, so now I hope you remember this is a proportion, and when we have proportions we cross multiply. Okay, so then 150 times 14, that gives us 2100. So this is 2100 pi, we're not computing pi, okay, equals 360x. We're solving for x, so the next step is divide by the number that is in front of x. This is coming from basic algebra. So this is 360 and 360. And my answer, I'm going to give it to you here. So that means x is equal to 35 over 6 pi. Okay, miles. So this is the arc length. So as you can see, all we have to do is understand this formula, then substitute into the formula, and then simplify a little bit. We're not computing pi because it wants us to leave our answers in terms of pi. And then this is a proportion, so we cross multiply, and then we find the answer to we find the arc length of the sector that is being asked. Okay, so now let's go down to this let's scroll down to this other example, and this one is the formula similar. This is still inscribed angle, so this is inscribed, I'm sorry, not inscribed angle, central angle. Okay, central angle divided by 360 equals, in this case, is the area of sector. Area of sector divided by area of circles. So this, I hope you can understand that these are just the central angle and the full circle are proportional, and also the area of the sector and the area of the circle are also proportional. Okay? So now let's look at what we're given. We're given that this is the central angle and we want to find this area here. Okay? So that's what we want to find. So let's follow the formula. The formula says the central angle, and that's in this case 210 over 360 equals the area of the sector. Let's call this x. We don't know it, so x on top and on the bottom pi r squared. The radius is 9, so this is pi. So this is pi times 9 squared. Let's just simplify this side here. Okay, so 210 over 360 equals x over 9 squared is 81. So this is 81 pi. And now we cross multiply. Okay, so let's cross multiply because it's a proportion. So we once we multiply 210 times 81, that should give us 17,010 and keep the pi. Okay, and 360 times x is 360x. Let's now we're solving for x, so we divide again by 360 on both sides. Once we do that, we find that x equals 189 over 4 pi yards squared. It's area. Okay, so there is our solution. Just follow the formula again for central angle. It's similar to arc length, and you should be okay. So let me just erase this here so that I can move this down, because if I move it down it shows up as I scroll down. Okay, I apologize. I'm still learning how to use this app, and I hope these notes are being useful to you. Now notice in this case we are given the area of sector, okay, and I know that didn't come through on the on this notes, but that's the AOB. I'll just write it down here. AOB is equal to 9 over 4 pi. Okay, and oh, this came through. I typed this up in Word and some things don't show up. So here just write down 9 over 4 pi. And they want us to find the radius. Okay, so we're not going to do anything different for the formula. The formula is still the same. And that is the measure of the central angle, in this case, is 40 over 360 equals the area of the sector divided by the area of the circle. Okay, so this is measure of central, I'm just writing the formula, central angle divided by 360 equals I'll just write A for area of for sector over A of circle. Okay, so now I'm just going to substitute into the formula. The central angle is 40, so this is 40 divided by 360 equals the area of the sector is given, and that is 9 over 4 pi. Okay, and then we're trying to find the radius, so that then let's just write down the formula for area of a circle. So when we cross multiply, well, again, let's just pay attention to this two pieces here. I have pi here and I have pi here, so that pi and that pi reduces to 1. Okay, now we can cross multiply. So we don't have pi anymore. We're just trying to find the radius. So once we do this, 4 times r squared is 40. 40 times r squared is 40r squared, and 360 times 9 over 4. That gives us 810. Okay, we're solving for r squared, so we divide by 40 on both sides. So then we find that r, the radius squared, is equal to, this reduces to 81 over 4. Now don't forget, we want to find r, not r squared. So we take the square root of both sides. Okay, and something's going to happen here, and I hope this doesn't make you go crazy. Okay, I'm just going to follow what I'm doing. Just understand what I'm doing here. So r equals, I'm taking the square root of this. So I'm going to take the square root of 81. And I'm also going to take the square root of the bottom, the square root of 4. But the square root of 81 is 9, and the square root of 4 is 2. So there is our radius. Okay, if you don't know how to do this, if you don't understand it, just know how to enter it in your calculator. Okay, but this is how we get the radius. So there's our answer. Alright, see you next time.